saw your face before I held your tiny hand. God whispered softly in my heart a name I didn't understand. He said, "Call her Grace, my child, for my grace will carry you." I didn't know the road ahead, or all we'd have to walk through. My body ached to make you room. Every stretch felt like a fight, and every day I prayed for strength to make it through the night. The doctor spoke in worried tones. The fear kept growing deep, but God was writing promises while I was losing sleep. Grace was sufficient when I was breaking. Grace was enough when my whole world was shaking. When the storm clouds gathered and the winter winds blew, God held my hand and He carried us through. Through every heartbeat, every tear I'd cry, through every moment I thought we might not survive. You are my miracle before I knew your name, and every scar reminds me why they called you Grace. My hands would burn, my feet would itch, the nights felt endless and long. My liver strained beneath the weight, but somehow we held on. Then one cold day at work I knew something didn't feel quite right. My swollen feet, my aching frame, just trying to make it home that night. The roads were frozen, slick with ice. The sky was gray above. I made a turn, the car slid hard, and fear replaced my trust. I slammed the brakes, my body jerked. I breathed relief and drove away, never knowing deep inside everything would change that day. At 1 a.m. I rose from bed, certain I just had to go. Then waters rushed like waterfalls, and suddenly I knew grace was sufficient when I was breaking. Grace was enough when my whole world was shaking. When the storm clouds gathered and the winter winds blew, God held my hand and He carried us through. Through every heartbeat, every tear I'd cry, through every moment I thought we might not survive. You are my miracle before I knew your name, and every scar reminds me why they called you Grace. 33 weeks wasn't enough time, not for a mother, to say goodbye to fear. Blood replaced the water, contractions came every 2 minutes. The storm outside was raging, but a bigger storm was here. Placenta torn away, water broken too soon. A breached little baby fighting for life under operating room lights. I closed my eyes in terror as they pulled me into sleep and whispered one last prayer. Lord, ending for me. I woke to pain that stole my breath, like I'd been torn apart. But one look at your precious face began healing my heart. You were tiny, you were fragile, you were fighting from the start. But God had written miracle across your little heart. So when I call your name, my girl, I remember what is true. The grace that carried me through the storm is the same grace carrying